And So, Notes on the Bible and Religion. Episode 36, The Ten Commandments and Freedom. I recently asked a group of adolescents if they had heard of the Ten Commandments. I also asked if they could name any. The results? Let's just say that a Sunday school teacher might be saddened. According to more than one recent survey of the religious affiliations of adults in the United States, nearly 30% of respondents identify as none of the above, meaning no religion. Even so, it is important to note that these nones, as they have become called, are not necessarily irreligious or unspiritual. Many of these people are simply unchurched for one reason or another, sometimes because of a mistrust of institutional religions. Only some 3 to 7% of respondents identified as atheists. Now picture yourself as an early Israelite fleeing slavery in Egypt. You have no easy food, no easy entertainment, and you can't stream fun to your screen as you eat. For generations, your people have been subject to an oppressive political system. You were a slave, you were property, and now you've just been delivered from slavery. The biblical narrative presents the Ten Commandments in the context of a newly liberated people, Exodus 20. Indeed, the declaration that God brought Israel out of Egypt begins the list of commandments in verse 2. What's more, the commandments set up a system quite unlike early Israelite life in Egypt. Rather than being property, Israelites would own property that should be neither stolen nor coveted, verses 15 and 17. The commandments temper envy. They are also antithetical to riotous theft and socioeconomic systems forcing the redistribution of wealth. Former slaves were no longer property. Instead, they could own things and expect the community to respect that fact. Quite a difference. Treating people with dignity continues with prohibitions against providing false testimony against someone and against engaging in marital infidelity. In short, the commandments set forth a basic integrity: be true. Recently, I wrote about the biblical call to work and to rest. See episode 35, A Journey of Labor and Rest. While most of the commandments are comprised of just one verse, the commandment to remember the weekly day of rest, to keep it holy, and to refrain from work on that day is 4 verses in length. They are, remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the 7th day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, you or your son or your daughter, your male servant or your female servant, or your livestock, or the sojourner who is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them, and rested on the 7th day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Exodus 28 through 11. What a rebuke of those who might force work upon others. And so, the Ten Commandments are more than just a set of religious laws. The Ten Commandments fundamentally oppose oppression and promote liberty. Historically, they have been a bedrock, a foundation of Judaism, Christianity, and Western civilization and beyond. Deservedly so, in my opinion. Something to think about. What keeps you unfree? Print and ebook editions of And So, Notes on the Bible and Religion are available on Amazon. More information on my work may be found at jasoncdikehouse.com.